when you're ready.
Well, Jamie, you probably had to win tonight, and you were seconds away from it. How gut-wrenching was it to lose in the manner you did?
I feel for the players. I don't think. I think all of my players played their best footy tonight, put their bodies on the line for kind of each other really, and disappointing for them because big effort, big physical effort. And then to lose like that, it's really disappointing. But that's footy, there's kind of no fairy tales. You've just got to keep going. It's a tough whole season.
How costly was that wonky line out, because it felt like you had the chance to maybe hold them out?
I thought our line out went pretty good today. We shut their line out down a bit, put them under pressure, and it's a game of inches when you get two quality sides. So, but when it counts, when it counts, you've got to nail it and execute. And I guess that's the hard lesson for us tonight.
How proud were you in the first half when you lose your co-captain to a head-on tackle, but then you don't concede during that period? It felt like you survived it pretty well.
Well, I think that sort of reflects the ticker in the team, and so defending that well for 80 minutes is a real challenge against a Hurricane backline. So doing it with 14 men is it's kind of how the guys play for each other, and for me that's the most important thing.
Did you feel at any stage that you had the game in the bag? Was it just a sort of contest that just ebbed and flowed? Have you seen a physical contest like that this season?
Look, I don't think we're ever been in a position where we've felt that we've had the game in the bag. I think we prepared our players as coaches, to play 85, 90 minutes every game. We've got a young side, particularly in the areas where you need some old heads. So like a lot of our coaching really was based around preparing the players for these sort of crunch games. And we were seconds away, and we just needed to execute a line and get out of there. And, we probably had a different chat.
The game plan itself, when you came to town, did you want to shift the ball from side to side, play a quick game, or did it unfold like that? Did you think you could have played more field position?
I think the balance is the key. Yeah, we wanted to move the ball when the opportunities were there, and we wanted to put the ball behind when the opportunities were there. And I thought in the first half there was a real intent to move the ball, and that's generally because there's a lot more energy in the legs. We found some good space in behind with Jacob putting the ball in behind the 22, give us some really good field position, and then we could exert a bit of pressure on the Hurricanes. So, I think that's always the arm wrestle really between teams.
Finally, it's pretty special performances out there tonight. Are you proud of the growth of the team this season?
Yeah, I am. As a coach, I'm responsible in the professional game for winning, and we haven't won a lot of games. But what we have done is we've had a lot of performances like tonight where perhaps if we were just a little bit more clinical at the right time, we would have come away beating some really good teams. The Hurricanes, the last game we played them down home was the same thing. So we haven't beaten them for 10 years. So I think we'll get closer.
Just following on from that, obviously it's been a disappointing season, but do you think there's some guys that have really pushed their case for some higher honours?
Look, I don't know.
12 goes okay.
I like a few of my boys, but I'm
say,
sort of really focused on my guys. Not so much around the higher honours.
And just a final one. In terms of for next season and looking to the future, how do you go about strengthening this Highlanders squad? Because we see every week a press release coming through that an All Blacks re-signed, but they stay at the same team. For the Highlanders, what areas do you think you guys need to strengthen just to add a bit of quality?
I think that's been a challenge for the Highlanders since professional rugby started. We've always been a team that has attracted some younger guys, or perhaps the guys that aren't getting game time in their home unions, and so then they come down for a crack and the chance, and then they like it, a bit like myself, and then we don't go home. So I think that's the kind of place we are. It's just getting harder because professional rugby now has got another level in the sense that every club has got academies and looking after the younger guys, and so it's become a bit harder, but we're still sniffing around.
Is it fair?
What's
The system at the moment?
Well, what is the system? You know, everyone is allowed to go out and get players. No, I haven't really thought about that. I mean, that's a tough question for me to ask, given the fact that I'm not thinking about, you know, the future of contracting rugby. I'm just thinking about tonight.
Thank you. Cool. Thanks.